Over the weekend, there was a rumor that got started, and it is probably a rumor that's going to happen, and it's not going to affect any of us except if we don't listen. And that rumor is that Home Interiors and Gifts is going to be closing due to the fact that they are not able to sustain themselves. Mary Crowley is probably rolling in the grave right now because of that. But they're closing because their company changed. And they changed in that they no longer have the honesty, ethics, and integrity that Premier has. Now, Premier will always be based on honesty, ethics, and integrity because it's been set up that that can't change. All right? With Mary, the company got sold and it changed. But with this company, that's not going to happen. Premier will always control their end of that. But ladies, we have to control our end of it. And I just need to go over a couple of things with you tonight that if you're an old jeweler, maybe you just need to be shaken in your brain. If you're a new jeweler, you need to put it down. And the first thing that we have to understand is those $25 bonuses. You know, 10 people is 10 people, it's 9. $100 in pre-sales is $100, not $99.50, and it doesn't count shipping and handling. The statistics say that if just each one of us gave away one bonus that we did not earn at our shows, it would cost Premier hundreds of thousands of dollars every month. Do you want this left? Okay. The next thing you need to know is the date of a home show is the date it is held, not the date it is sent in. All right? The date of a home show is the date it is held, and you need to make that reflective on your orders. Okay? The timeliness of closing a home show is the most important thing that you can do. Every one of us in this room who have done more than 2 home shows have had a hostess we've had to chase to get the home show to close. You should be closing your home shows within 48 hours of doing the show. What we have become aware of in just the last few weeks in my downline is that Premier is aware of those shows not closing in a timely manner, and because of the ethics and honesty and integrity that Premier has, they're shipping those shows that are showing long dates out in rush order because they're picking it up on the other end. Guess how much that's costing them. Plus, every time a customer does not get her order within that 2 weeks, Premier's reputation takes a bang. Okay? So if you can't close the show out the night of the show, you need to make an appointment with your hostess to do that within 48 hours. If that hostess will not respond to you within 48 hours, the phone call is, I'm sending your show in tomorrow morning without your free jewelry so that your customers can have this. I'll promise you you'll hear from me. That's like my hostesses. I can't get to call me. I call and say, I'm going to be there tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Just look for me. I'll hear from you within 5 minutes. So, the next thing that you need to know is that hostess order forms. They're the long green one, and I meant to bring it tonight but didn't get here. You are legally required by the state of Florida to give every hostess a hostess order form. Okay? The thing that you need to know is if you are not figuring your show out on a hostess order form, you're losing money. I'll bet 9 times out of 20 shows that I go over with people that they didn't fill out a hostess order form, they've cost themselves money. Now, Hood & House will print you a hostess order form that the hostess. But if you are not doing that, you are breaking the law with the state of Florida and with Premier. Okay, the next thing that you need to be aware of is mystery hostess shows. Okay, mystery hostess shows can bring a business back from nothing. To give away free jewelry and half-price jewelry is wonderful. You may not, at a mystery hostess show, by Premier standards, give away any bonuses. She didn't work. She didn't earn them all. You may have done them all, but the person who becomes the mystery hostess did not. So once again, you give away free jewelry, you give away half-price jewelry, but you may not give away the bonuses. And then, last but not least, we need to talk about training shows. And once again, I have called Premier to clarify this again, okay? You may not call a show a training show unless the jeweler has a paid contract in the marketing department at Premier. That means if you do your friend's show tonight and tomorrow she decides she wants to be a jeweler, you have the right to give her the profit from that show. You have the right to give her the free jewelry from that show. You have the right to give her the bookings from that show, but you may not call it a training show. Okay? When she has, and that means what the meaning of a paid contract is she's passed the Premier card, she has been granted the use of a Premier card, and her contract is in, or she has sent the rest of the money in however way she has sent it in with the contract. Okay? Now, if she has done her own large show and you choose to give her the profit, the free jewelry, and the bookings from that show, that's wonderful. Do another show with her in the next 3 or 4 days, as soon as their contract's in the marketing department. You may do another show with her. Just have her get 3 or 4 of her friends together, do another $100 in sales, and call it a training show. But you may not call that show that you did with her before she was a jeweler a training show. Okay? That is real important to Premier, that you do that. It is your call as to what you do with the big show that she did for her. Now, if I had somebody that did a big show and decided the next day they wanted in the business, believe you me, the profit, the free jewelry, the bookings are all hers, because down the line she's going to be a lot more to you than that one show does. But the next thing that we hear happens, and it's legal, is for her friend to do a show after she becomes a jeweler, and you call that her training show. That's okay. But you just cut her throat with one of her 6 shows she needs for a quick start. Okay? If you take her friend's show and make it a training show, now she's got to book 6 or 9 more shows on top of that. So, she does the big show, say, okay, 3 or 4 friends, 2 friends, whatever, $100 in sales. You know, having a huge training show is not a requirement to get business started. Okay? Those are the things that we need to be aware of. I personally would like to be standing here or in a wheelchair in my later years. I'm already pushing it real hard, but with a company, because I know I've been in Premier 17 years. In 17 more years, this company is still going to be based on biblical principles of ethics, honesty, and integrity. And we will still be a debt-free company because we made it that way. They can't fight us in the field. So if these are the things you will just remember to do with Premier in 17 years, some of you will be as old as I am and still making a wonderful living with Premier. Thank you.